as the market does transition, I'm curious to know where you see the biggest opportunities that are going to be coming up.
Silver. Silver is about to make the biggest move of all. I've been telling people to buy silver since it was $1.85 an ounce. Wow. Today it's hitting 25. It's still 40% below all-time market high. It was at one time $49. Today it's about $28, $25. So it's still about 50% all-time high. Gold's already passed its all-time high of 1911. Gold today is about $20, 2030. Bitcoin could be the biggest runner of all. You see, what's failing, Oliver, is the dollar's failing. The dollar is crashing right now. And it's because of the corruption inside the Fed and the Treasury.
So is that why you're so bullish on things like silver and gold? Because I think a lot of people hear silver and gold and it just sounds old school, you know, like what am I, a pirate? You know what I mean? Like they don't understand how to buy and sell gold, how to store gold, things like that. So how do you even go about playing that game?
Well, it's not about playing. It's about being smarter than the idiots who teach school. I'm serious. School teachers are fucked up. They're the most screwed up people. I grew up with them. They're good people, but they're poor. They're poor people. At the soul, they're poor. So I wrote this book here. It's called Fake. You know, it's fake money, fake teachers, fake assets. And if you read this book here, Who Stole My Pension, it's saying basically the same thing. This is my friend here, James Records, who wrote this. Gold and silver are not old school. Gold and silver are God's money. Gold and silver were here when the earth was formed. It became money about 5,000 years ago, gold and silver. And today, Bitcoin is what I call people's money. And so the people that, if you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Rich Dad's lesson number one is rich don't work for money. The rich also don't save money. Because of this. And you look at the interest rates on the US dollar today, I think you take out a T-bill, well, I'll give you 8%. Never happened. And our pensions have got to make 8% or they go broke. So what T-bills are paying today is about 0.7%, and it'll probably go to -2. So the savers, people who are saving cash, are going to be the biggest losers on earth. But they went to school. You're supposed to save money. Save till it hurts. They also say get out of debt. What happened in 1971 with Nixon, the dollar became debt. So that's why I came back from Vietnam in 73 and I said, I better start using debt. That's why I invest in real estate. Debt is free money, tax-free money. But every time I talk to these academic types, these financial planners, you know, they're like Dave Ramsey, get out of debt. I want as much debt as I can get my hands on. And what will the banker lend me money on? Real estate.
Yeah.
That's on my $500 million in debt. And they're held in different LLCs and things like this. So if they crash, the bank gets it back. So that's why you have to have an accountant, attorney, bookkeepers, and a brain. One last thing is what Record says here, and he was with, I don't know if you heard of LTCM, Long-Term Capital Management. It was the hedge fund that took down the Russian ruble, nearly brought down the world. What he talks about here in 1973, the business schools took gold out of the curriculum. The business schools of America took gold out of the curriculum. And the reason for that, so they could get highly educated people to accept the dollar and stocks and bonds. But I'm a real estate guy. I like debt. I don't like stocks, bonds, mutual. If you do, that's fine. I just don't like it. But I like tangible. I love gold, silver. This is my asset. You know, I sell about 10,000 a month all over the world. I collect my royalties. I buy real estate. I use debt, and then I use gold. I buy gold and silver and Bitcoin. But I'm not saying that's the formula. Everybody has to find their formula.
Right.
I just love real estate because debt and taxes.
You know, in a Robert Kiyosaki well-balanced portfolio between the stuff we just talked about, real estate, gold, silver, Bitcoin, maybe other cryptocurrencies, what does that mix look like? Are you like 90% real estate, 10 everything else, or is it different than that?
I have no idea. Don't forget this thing here.
Damn!
It's called look, I'm a U.S. Marine, you know?
Yeah. And you just pulled out your pistol.
Well, that's because it's called the 5 Gs. Okay, number 1 is gold. Okay, you've got to have gold and silver and Bitcoin. Number 2, you've got to have ground, real estate, something that retains its value, hopefully. Number 3 is gasoline. And I invest in gasoline not because I like gasoline, but I get tax breaks. If I invest $1 million in gasoline, I get a 70% tax break day one. You can't get that kind of return in mutual funds. Okay.
Wow.
And number 4 is grub. You got to have food. And the 5 G. You got the basis for proper survival.
There you go. The 5 Gs of proper survival right there.
Hey, I think we're going to revolution pretty quickly. This Antifa and Black Lives Matter, just Marxists, they're well organized. You know, I mean, it's what's going on in Portland and Chicago and New York and LA right now, and Seattle. Question is, will it spread? I think that's the question we've all got to ask ourselves.
Yeah.
So when I talked to my friend who's head of the police here, he says there are cells all over Phoenix. All they need is that social, you know, the cell phone call from their friends, and they're in action. You know, they tore apart Scottsdale Fashion Plaza. They just ripped it to shreds. You know, it didn't take them long to get there. Last night in Chicago, they attacked. There was the Miracle Mile, and they just attacked it. So we're living in very, very strange times, and you know, it's the 5 Gs: gold,
5 Gs for
ground,
survival.
gasoline, grub, guns.
There you go. I like it.
If you're new to the channel, my name is Oliver and I'm a 3-time Inc. 500 real estate entrepreneur. I'm a co-founder of a brokerage with over 1,000 agents doing $4 billion in sales, and I'm an active real estate investor. But most importantly, I'm passionate about helping you grow your real estate business. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's go.